Well, here's a tip from the Mad Wabbit Wacing Ltd wagon. Recently, we brought the wagon to the Cecil County Dragway on a Saturday in October and for a test and tune. And because it was a beautiful day, it brought out everybody else that wanted to do a test on their stuff. And because there were so many people there, we only got one time shot in. But some people got a couple more, but we're only focused on trying to make sure everything was prepped. So when we got there, we had some prep work, but there was so many people up on the lanes that, it just turned out that we only got one and we had to be back to the shop by 3 o'clock anyway. So that's what kind of time constraints that we had that day. But anyway, we made the pass and it just didn't go well. And the reason why I say it didn't go well is because even through the burnout, it was just missing, popping, banging. You could just tell that there was a miss to it there. And I just adjusted the valves and everything's tight. Everything's tight. Everything's good to go. New plugs, everything. And so we got it back here to the shop and had a chance to open things up. And we checked the usual things, just like the connections. Make sure the connections here, the pickups in each of the cylinders are not burned or corroded badly. Usually you just take a screwdriver there and just kind of scrape off the corrosion there, and that helps make a better connection. Also there, take a light file and clean up here to get some of the corrosion off. And started to back up there, and it still had the miss. So one thing that we do about twice a year is to take the distributor out, and let me see, get this light, and show you what we normally do to keep up with maintenance. Now you see down there this little stars. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 that you can see. For every one of those little things, those little tabs that stick out, that's a stator. Every time it turns and passes by the magnet, which is right there, you see that blue right there, there's only about a matchbook thickness, I should say, matchbook thickness between an air gap between the stator and the facing of that magnet, and that trips and tells you the spark to happen. Basically that's how it happens. But because it's a cast iron stator and a magnet, that causes, you can't paint them, you can't put any kind of coating on them there, because that messes up with being able to trip or signal the magnet to actually make your coil fire on that cylinder. So what happens after a while is it develops what is called oxidation on the ends or the sides of those stators. And there's 8 of them. So you got to turn the motor around. And what I did is I took a, what do we use? One of them scrapers that you would use to take off gaskets and stuff. There's a little bit of a reach. So you'll be able to reach down there and scrape the end, be able to scrape the rust off the end of each stator. Because what happens over time, oxidation builds up, and when it spins around and goes past the magnet, it throws it into confusion, I guess you call it. It's not a clean on and off signal. Sometimes when it goes by, it doesn't even make the cylinder go off, whatever it had on corrosion with each one. I know I keep talking in circles here, but the important thing to know is that if you start developing a miss, it's not always the cap. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's old. Sometimes you need to clean these up. Maybe there's a crack in the cap, and things like that. But a lot of things get overlooked, and this is one thing that gets overlooked that you at home can check out yourself and clean up yourself. You just take a razor blade an extension and try to get down there and scrape the ends. And also you can bump the engine over and go straight down. You'll be able to just get the side of your small flat tip screwdriver like this one. See, it has that little bit of on the side of it. It's not showing up here, I don't think. There it is. A little bit of a grooves on it there. It's almost like being able to use that as a scraper. So, name of the game is to get that corrosion or oxidation off all 8 cylinders, or all 8 stator stars, if that's what you want to call it, and the face of the magnet. So we did that, got it started back up, and no more miss. So when we get it back this Friday, we're going to be able to test it, make sure everything's good to go over there. But it definitely wasn't happy before, but I think we'll do a lot better then. All right, well, thanks for spending your time here with us. And if you thought this information was valuable here, please hit the like button. Share it with other people if you think that's valuable to others. And subscribe to the channel. That'd be awesome there. It certainly helps get the word out. So, all right, guys. Thanks, and have a great day.